I'm Fire Chief Steve Davis of the City of Madison Fire Department. Just to give an operational briefing to the community on where we're at on the Stratton Way incident that occurred earlier in the week. Right now our investigators and our investigation team, we call it a task force, is made up of Madison Fire Department investigators, Madison Police Department investigators, fire marshals, the state of Wisconsin Fire Marshal's office, and also members of the ATF from our local office here. Currently, we've removed all the heavy debris out of the pile and off the pile, and we're in a mode now where we're going to be taking some time, and it's going to take quite a bit of time to sift through the remaining debris. There was a lot of damage not only from the explosion, but the fire that occurred after the explosion. So there's a lot of ash and a lot of small melted things that the investigators now will focus on this afternoon and go through in a little bit more detail. Madison Gas and Electric is currently on scene, providing more testing. If you'll remember, they actually came in and did testing and showed that most things were good in the neighborhood. They're doing some more followed up detailed testing at this time. Through the next operational phase this afternoon, we are really going to attempt to shrink this scene down. We've got some fencing company that's going to come in. All the heavy debris will be put back on the property and fenced off. The investigators, however, will still be here tomorrow doing their sifting and their finite debris detail.
I mean, literally sifting with. I mean, they've got screens and.
Yep. And we've got to go through the whole thing and get completely down to the basement. We do understand operationally on scene the concerns out of the community for the length of time. With that, the fire department is responsive, and you can check out our website later on this afternoon. We've put together a link that kind of shows the process that we are going through when dealing with an explosion or a scene of this magnitude. And you'll be able to tell from some of that explanation how detailed we actually have to be as a team and why it's taking so long. So the goal tonight, though, is to try and get High Point open. I don't have any promises yet. Check our website for updates, the madisonfire.com, City of Madison Fire Department.com website. We'll have updates. We are trying to be responsive to the neighborhood and restore as much normal life back to this neighborhood. All the residents are back in on Stratton Way that were displaced originally when the call came in, and they are coming and going and trying to live somewhat of a normal routine as well. So that's where we're at. It's going to take, some more time. We'll probably be here at this point through tomorrow, most likely maybe even into Monday. But like I say, the scene is shrinking down.
So we did notice that there's a blue tent put up in the middle of the scene right now.
And a white one.
What do you have going on in that tent?
And a white one too.
That's really just to give investigators a place to get out of the sun a little bit. The temperatures have come up, and so it's a staging area, rest area that they can do some work in and be out of the elements. The task force is however, all these agencies are here. There's only 2 or 3 people from each agency that represent, so that's why we've broken down the work periods throughout the day to maximize the safety of those investigators, so that they're not here at night and running into potential with nails and glass and some of the other debris that they can see in the daylight. And so that adds an element that slows it down some too. So we're trying to be conscientious of their safety as well.
And yesterday you guys did find that body, and you said that hopefully today we would be finding out that identity. Is that still going to be the case? Are you going to find out today?
I have not had contact with the medical examiner's office yet, but they are the agency now responsible for releasing that information.
Any word on
so the Dane County medical examiner would be the person to ask about that.
Any word on where that other homeowner is?
At this point, I don't have any information to share on that. The fire department's focus here and my focus as chief has really been to determine about the explosion. So all of my time has been spent assisting and guiding that investigation.